Dave Bowers and
Cassandra Fuller.
Welcoming you to 6 in the City. And we have a jam-packed show.
We do have a jam-packed show. We have the one and only CEO of JEA, Jim Farrell. So we have to behave today.
Guess who gets to go first?
Him and Pam Nash are going to be here because it is time for the 34th annual Circles of Hope Telethon. It's coming up Sunday, August 13th.
That's right. And not to be outdone, we have Amy Dietrich with the library. She's representing the library today. The Books of Madison County is coming up later. Well, it's in the month of August.
That's right.
Getting some advanced publicity out there. We'll tell you about that event. And
there's a unique opportunity coming up on Thursday, August 3rd. It is the Dementia Experience. Regina Smith and Frank McMean are here to tell us all about it.
All right. Tasha Hart is with us. She has a brand new book out. She's doing a 40-city tour. We're going to start it right here in Jackson. We'll tell you about that. That starts later this week.
And our neighbor across the street,
yes,
Chris Felder with Grove's Grocery, because he's here because they're celebrating 2 years downtown.
Year. Said it would last about a month and a half.
I'm glad they didn't listen to you.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
The
naysayers.
Well,
naysayers.
You go in there and there's not anything in there I eat. And then you change,
really?
you change your eating habits, and so he's still here. We're doing well, and so it's good. Kathy Garner's with us and Christy Ward with us from Jackson State Community College, a new program in respiratory therapy, and we're going to find out about that degree addition, medical addition to the curriculum at Jackson State. It's very exciting, and we're welcoming for the first time
Dave Banks.
Yeah, Dave Banks is
our
with
entertainment.
Us. He's part of the University of Memphis Lambeth program, and so we're glad to have him here, and he knows Jeremy Tubbs and all those folks. He's still here with us after talking to them, William, Chris, and everybody else. So we're glad to have him. All that's coming up on this 6 in the City.
Fiber, it may be small, but it is powerful. It connects our city, businesses, and homes to the world. Without it, our ability to compete economically and enjoy technology would be limited. Thanks to the investment in our city by JEA, we offer the area's first and only 100% fiber network. When you choose E+ broadband, you get the clearest reception, fastest speeds, and greatest reliability. Thank you for choosing E+ broadband and for your trust in the local service we provide right here in Jackson.
First Baptist Church is about making disciples, building community, serving others, equipping families, and above all, glorifying God. We'd love to have you join us. First Baptist Church, for God, His gospel, and His glory.
Thank you for voting us Best Cable Television, Internet, and Home Phone in the Jackson Sun Reader's Choice Awards. You can count on us for excellent values and powerful services. Cable television with TiVo offering access to Netflix, Hulu, Pandora, and more. TV everywhere for watching on the go. Fastest internet speeds in the area. Telephone with features you'll love, all on your JA bill. Thank you for choosing E+ broadband and for your trust in the local service we provide right here in Jackson.
Welcome back to 6 in the City. Pam Nash is with us. She is the executive director of the Exchange Club Carl Perkins Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse. Jim Farrell is here. He's the president CEO of the Jackson Energy Authority, but he is also the chair of the Circles of Hope Telethon. Coming up, the 34th Circles of Hope Telethon. It's coming up Sunday, August the 13th. It'll be carried that Sunday afternoon starting at 1 o'clock, going until 10 on WBBJ TV7. It's a key fundraiser for this organization. How'd you become involved in becoming the director? Ran out of something to do on Sundays?
Well, I think I've been serving on the board for about 3 or 4 years, and it's kind of hard to say no to Pam sometimes. And so she'd been talking to me about it, and I was the co-chair last year with Brian Crockrell, and so she asked me to step up this year and take the reins.
Okay. What all was involved in that, Jim? It's a busy day, but then people have been doing it for a long time, too.
Yeah, like you said, it's the 34th year, and we've got a tremendous number of volunteers that come in, and Pam has got this pretty well down to a well-oiled machine now because so many of the volunteers have been with us for years and years, yourself and several others. So most everybody knows what their job is, so the chair doesn't have to do as terribly a lot, but do have to do some of these.
You just get blamed if it breaks down.
That's right. If it goes south, it's probably all on me then.
Okay. What got you involved with the board? I mean, there are a lot of things you get called on to do in your work and position in this community, so.
Yeah, one of our missions is to support our community and help with the quality of life. And this is one of those nonprofits that does that, helps our community. We wish we didn't have the need for it, but we do. And they do a great job with it. I think last year there was like 16,600 individuals that were helped, and about half of those were children. And that's what hits really, really close to home,
Sure is.
especially for me.
Okay. Jim Farrell is with us. He's president CEO of JA, but he's also the chair of the Circles of Hope Telethon. Pam, we started out with what, 2 employees? One of those was part-time. How many years ago?
Yeah, well, I've been with the center for 31 years
Okay,
now.
and so it goes
and the
back-
center was in existence 5 years before I came.
Okay, so 36 years. So this telethon started pretty early.
Yes,
in its history.
it actually started 34 years ago, and I've been there 31 years. So
Covering
I
how
missed
many?
3.
You just opened a new center in Fayette County, is that correct?
Yes, we just had our open house in Fayette County.
So it puts
and
us
we
in how
just
many
had,
counties?
Well, we're in all 20 counties providing services, but we actually have 26 locations in those counties.
Okay.
Because some counties are really large and they needed more than one, and we want to be sure that we have child advocacy services in every county.
Okay. One of the things that's changed in all this is disturbing to know is the sexual abuse cases. That
Yes.
were about 5% or so of the load when this thing started 36 years ago. Now it's
That's correct.
80%
80
plus,
to 85%.
which is stunning.
Right, it is. And it's
Behavior
really
changed
scary.
that much? Are we finding out more? What's happening here?
I think that sexual abuse has gone on for years and years. I think it's something that people hid and didn't talk about. But I truly believe that the emphasis on being able to get online and find anything that you want and some of the things that go on that way. And drugs and alcohol are a major contributor. And we all know how bad that drugs and alcohol are in our community. And it's no respecter of persons, and neither is child abuse.
How has that changed your work then, the work of this staff?
Well, in the beginning, we used to have parent aides, and our social workers really just served as support systems, basically, to the parents at that time. And as we grew, we started doing more and more for the children, having therapy groups for the children, and adding more and more children's programs. As we have seen this evolved, we have gotten so many more intense services in the line of therapy, because there are so many children that are hurting, and what we want to do is help them heal.
Well, it's important work. 16,000
important.
folks, and half those children served this last year, so it speaks for itself. The telethon is Sunday, August the 13th, 1 until 10 that afternoon and evening
It'll be
on Channel 7.
broadcast on BBJ.
BBJ,
It'll be
and-
there'll be also a live feed on the website, carlperkinscenter.org.
Okay.
Live streaming on the Carl Perkins Facebook page, and you can listen on the radio to Hippie Radio 105.3 for simulcast.
So you can, there's many different ways to get involved in this.
You could also
Be a contributor.
attend the
You can go to the
telethon,
Carl
right?
Perkins
Come to
Center
the
watch the
center.
show.
Mm-hmm.
The entertainment
please
is
do.
lined up, everybody ready to go. A lot of people that have come back, but a lot of people give their, a lot of people in Western City give their time for this, and
They
very
sure
talented
do.
people.
Very
And our
talented
theme this
people.
year?
Is You Are Not Alone.
Okay.
And the reason we chose that is because when our children come in, and most of them are the sexual abuse victims, we let them know that they're not alone, and they can do that by putting a button when they complete their service or complete their therapy. They put a button in this jar to let them know that they are not alone, and the therapist will tell them, you're not alone. So we've got a picture of the jar with buttons that were collected this past year, and you've probably seen that around some, if not you will. But it's just to let children know that just because this happened to you, it doesn't define who you are, and that they are not alone, that we're there to help them.
It's important work.
very important
Appreciate it very
work.
much. Appreciate you being involved
you
in
so
this.
much.
Thank you,
you,
Pam.
guys.
Appreciate
Thank
all of
you.
that. And we'll see you on Sunday the 13th.
That's right, Sunday the 13th.
We got more guests. We've got more things to talk about. Books in Madison County and more coming up on this 6 in the City.
In 1986, my life changed forever when I struck 3 buried high-voltage cables while working on an excavation site. 30,000 volts of electricity blew through my body. I'm lucky to be alive and able to walk again. Today, accidents like mine can be avoided with a simple call to 811 in order to have your dig site marked.
Always call 811 before digging and be a hero. Respect the flags. Brought to you by Tennessee 811.
Drawing from a tremendous underground aquifer, JA's water supply is sand filtered by nature. This water supply is not only plentiful, it requires minimal treatment. Continually lab tested for quality, it's the water distributed through the Water Division at JEA. More than once named by the Tennessee Association of Utility Districts as West Tennessee's best tasting water. Clean water, another part of JEA Today.
Hi, I'm Bob.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Bob.
And I'm Cherie with Lifeline Blood Services, and we're here with the Bobs of Bob's House of Honda.
That's right, Cherie. We're concerned for West Tennessee's blood supply, so we're donating a 2017 Ranger 500 to encourage blood donations this summer.
Anyone who gives blood at any blood drive or at the blood center during June or July can register to win this Polaris Ranger 500. Give blood, save lives.
Yeah, pardon for interrupting this conversation. Usually we're comparing shoes. Today we're comparing toenail polish.
That's right. Well, Amy has this
Had some
beautifully
artwork-
glittery,
and
I have
toenails, right?
artwork.
You have artwork on yours.
That's right.
What about yours?
Hey, we're just excited that he wore fancy socks today.
I
They had
noticed that
color
from
on
all
Got
the
some
way
socks
over
with
there.
color on for the first time in
That's
decades.
right. That is right.
So there. Amy Dietrich is with us. We have a special event coming up. It's the Books of Madison County, and it's coming up Thursday, August the 24th. It's going to be at the Jackson Fairgrounds building, and we're looking for that. I want you to hold that microphone up and tell us.
I certainly
all right,
will.
What's going to be? How's this evening going to be formatted?
This evening is going to be formatted just beautifully. We start out at 6 o'clock and we have a cocktail hour from 6 to 7.
Okay.
We usually have music with a guitar and somebody singing, but because of something that happened in the book, we're having a classical musical trio this time.
Oh, wow.
Then dinner is at 7, and we eat. Mike and Troy, of course, are going to do our food, which is just amazingly wonderful.
All right, here we go.
And then our speaker is Emily St. John Mandel, who wrote the book Station 11. And that's why it's entitled An Evening at Station 11.
Okay.
Very interesting book about a pandemic that occurs and wipes out 95% of the world's population.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so anything that you have that has been operated by humans is no longer in operation. No electricity, no technology, no water, no gasoline for cars. And it's really the world starting over.
Oh, wow.
And there is a group, a theater group, that travels around and does classical music in Shakespeare. It's kind of a message about how culture can help save and preserve society. It's a very, very interesting book. However, we are not going to be eating deer and squirrel and raccoon.
That must be in the book.
Mike and Troy are going, right.
A menu for this.
In the book, they had to fend for themselves, but you will not have to fend for yourselves as you
That's a
come
good
to this
thing.
event.
That is a good
What
thing.
do you know about her? Have you found out about her?
Well, she was a National Book Award finalist, which is, if you see her, look at her picture, she looks very young.
Very
looks young,
young.
yeah.
This is her 4th book, and I think it's going to be very interesting to hear her speak. She will then be our speaker. We have our wonderful silent auction, like we always do, and we sell events. So if you don't bake, we have the Christmas cookies again.
Okay, all right, so they're ready to go. How do people get tickets
Yeah.
for this then?
It's really easy to get tickets, and actually you won't get a ticket. You'll just be on a lease.
Okay.
Just call the library,
Okay.
either branch, 425-8600. We have not raised our prices in 7 years. It's
Oh, wow.
still $75.
Okay.
The wonderful thing about this event is if you give $75, all the money that we earn goes to the library, and it goes to buy equipment. We don't pay salaries. We don't do anything like that. It's specifically for equipment. So if you walk in the library and you see computers, you see the Tween Center, you see the teen room, which is going strong.
Oh, that's great.
You see people sitting at computers, working in on the computers. You see all the
Well, the
beautiful.
new readers that they have in the Tennessee room for microphones.
Oh, and
Okay.
that wonderful, wonderful
wonderful,
new
yeah.
printer.
Yeah.
We
The new
help
3D printer.
the new
yeah.
3D printer. Yeah, so
Great stuff.
Lots
it's
of amazing
really,
things.
if you invest in this event, you're really investing in the library. You can walk in that library and say, I helped make this library what it is today, which is
For
just
such a
wonderful.
small investment of
Yeah.
$75.
For a
great
very
evening.
small
Great
investment.
evening. 425-8600 to make that reservation. The main library downtown is closed this week. You're getting a new heating and air conditioning system, and that's good.
Just
And
in
that runs
time.
to
Very
60.
good.
Yeah. But anyway,
Everyone's
call the
happy.
library and you can get these tickets. It's good to see
It
you.
is. It's
Thank
good to have
you.
you. Amy.
Thank you
Look forward to
for
this.
having me.
That's coming up August the 24th. Got time to get those tickets. Let's get that taken care of. We're delighted to welcome this performer with us for the first time. He's the University of Memphis Lampoth. Please make welcome Mr. Dave Banks. Dave.
I heard you know how to drive a stick shift, so I'ma take you on a ride that you won't forget. Down the back streets of my little town, I grab some Dixie cups and a little crown. Sing, hey girl, let's take a drive. Pull me close for one last ride. I wanna see you in the morning light. So can I stay with you through the night? I wanna see the stars in your eyes, more beautiful than the northern lights. I wanna see you, girl. I wanna see you, girl. 3 on the tree, shifted down in gear. A gravel flying in the past of the rearview mirror. Where we're going, girl, we don't know. Edge of the world, singing with Almond Bros. Hey girl, let's take a drive. Pull me close for one last ride. I wanna see you in the morning light. So can I stay with you through the night? I wanna see the stars in your eyes, more beautiful than the northern lights. I wanna see you, girl. I wanna see you, girl. I wanna see you in the morning light. So can I stay with you through the night? I wanna see the stars in your eyes, more beautiful than the northern lights. I wanna see you in the morning light. So can I stay with you through the night? I wanna see the stars in your eyes, more beautiful than the northern lights. I wanna see you, girl. I wanna see you, girl. I wanna see you, girl. I wanna see you, girl.
Hi, I'm Franny Smith, host of E+ TV6 cooking show At Home on the Range. Our show features some of Jackson's best cooks, regular folks just like you and me that enjoy home entertaining and sharing their culinary skills. Join us each week as our guests share favorite family recipes, tips for entertaining, and delicious fare from the natural gas kitchens at Kaufman's Home Furnishings and Appliances. Have fun with local folks who are going to help you feel more at home on the range.
Wolfpack Productions and Budweiser presents a tribute to the Queen, Denise LaSalle, starring Karen Wolf, Sheba Potts Wright, a special performance from the Queen herself, Denise LaSalle, and the one and only Mr. C, Willie Clayton. It all happens Saturday, 7 o'clock p.m., August 5th at the Carl Perkins Civic Center, Jackson, Tennessee. Special guest MC, Mr. Lee from Chicago. Advanced floor tickets, $25. Day of the show, $35 floor tickets and $25 balcony tickets. Ticket info, 731-426-3348. And this is a BYOB affair.
Que voy a ganar esta batalla. Let's go.
It's gone! That's some kind of power. Swing and a miss. What a catch. The ball game is over.
Major League Baseball all season long on ESPN.
Welcome back to 6 in the City. One other note, Amy Dietrich said there would be a book signing.
There would be book
after
signing.
the-
Books will be available for purchase, and she will be signing books.
Evening at Station 11 coming up August the 24th, the Books of Madison County. Regina Smith and Frank McMean are with us, and we've got an event coming up next Thursday, August the 3rd, and it's called the Dementia Experience. So what is this, Regina?
The Dementia Experience. We want to let those caregivers, family members, loved ones, or anyone else who might just want to have a glimpse into what a patient with dementia or Alzheimer's experiences every day.
How do we do this?
Well, we are going to have a garb that you will be placed on you. Several things. I don't want to reveal everything, but
Don't wanna give away the farm.
you will have some things that will hinder your vision.
Okay.
Because your vision is affected as you progress with the disease. Your hearing, your movement, because a lot of times we see neuropathy, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to
So
walk, get around.
We physically
yes.
be able to feel
Absolutely.
dementia.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And struggle with
And struggle, I'm
these
sure.
things that you're going to be trying to do.
Mhm. It's very moving. After you are outfitted in the things that will help you experience those symptoms and those behaviors, maybe, of the dementia patient, you'll be placed in a room where you are given some tasks to perform. Some things are hard to remember as we progress with the disease, and it might be a little bit more difficult for you to remember because of the things that are going on with you inside that room.
This is designed for family members then, or caring for people?
Family members,
Professionals, or
professional caregivers,
okay.
and family caregivers.
Family caregivers.
And for those who might just want more information.
Okay, so it's going to be done. Now, this is coming up on August the 3rd, next Thursday. There are two sessions. You attend each session or just
No, it will be repeat
Self-contained.
4:30 or
4:30 to
6:30.
Or 6:30, and it's going to be at the J. Walter Barnes
It
Conference
is at the
Center.
hospital, yes.
Is there a fee to
There is not.
register?
This is provided by the Alzheimer's community of West Tennessee and our efforts to really bring resources, education, and support to the members of our community.
Have y'all been through this? Have you been through this?
I've not been.
Okay.
We've talked about that. and
Okay.
I've not done that.
Not done
But
this, okay.
evidently, it's a very emotional experience because usually those that are taking it, there's a reason why they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to comprehend what
What's
is my
going on?
loved one going through.
Yeah. Which is a real difficult thing to do. I mean, you think,
It's hard to understand
Yeah,
their situation and what they have
you know,
going on.
the sessions that have been done with Tifa Snow I've just found fascinating.
They're amazing.
Because it's just, you know, because you think you understand, but then you don't, and it's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely frustrating. So I guess, so the idea is you come out of this with some understanding of what's
You come out of it with some understanding. I have experienced the dementia experience, and you come out, I see people come out in
Because you went through
tears.
caring for a relative.
My
right?
mother, I
Okay.
sure did, and unfortunately, I did not have these type of resources, and that's why it's so important to me personally to be able to bring things like this to our community,
Yes.
because we really do need to be able to step inside their world because they cannot step out.
Mm-hmm.
And then statistically, as we live longer, more of us are surviving now. This is becoming more prevalent.
There's an Alzheimer's patient diagnosed every minute.
Every
and in
minute.
half of the states in the lower 48, within the next 10 years, it will be 50% more people will be diagnosed in at least half of those states. It's an amazing disease. There's no cure, there's no slowing it, and there's no preventing it. So you just have to kind of deal with it.
You have to live with it.
And so the whole thing then is to try to help that life quality for everybody.
Absolutely.
Right.
And we need to be prepared as a community to take care of our own. And that's
That
just
is-
what we're trying
and
to
I
do.
wonder then, I guess this becomes more and more important, unless you're just going to keep people sealed up, right? Then they're going to be out more in social situations. And that's encouraged, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's up to the rest of us to understand what's happening here, right? Because the behavior is, you know, different.
Because of the growth, we're trying to bring more resources, like Regina and our family dealt with Alzheimer's. You just kind of learned it as you were dealing with a loved one. Well, we're trying to make resources available. You know, we have Tifa Snow come, but then what if you can't come and hear her?
Right.
And so we have a website, and we're trying to put more and more resources there, trying to do some things with respite to where if you're caring for a loved one and it's 24 hours a day and you have no way of taking care of yourself, being able to provide some of those things. And we're very grateful that St. Luke's has been the initial group or a church that has I said, that's important in our community,
Okay.
made a gift to do that.
So how do people find out about all this now? Do we register for this?
We do register by calling my office, 541-8757.
Okay.
And you can register for either 4:30 or 6:30.
That's next Thursday, August 3rd. 541-8757. What is this website? Then where people can get
WestTNALZ.org.
ALZ.org.
ALZ.org.
WestTNALZ.org.
That's right.
And so there'll be more and more information available.
Yes, and this is our effort to bring the Alzheimer's support very local, even though you may not be able to go to a support group.
Right.
You can see TIPA, you can get other
Other
resources.
things that are there.
Yes.
Yes. And one thing that TIPA says is sometimes you may not be the one that needs to be caring for mom, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes
That's
the temperament, our temperament,
That's
we
right.
may love them, may not be. So this is a great experience. Appreciate y'all doing this.
Thank
Very
you
good
so
to see you.
much.
Appreciate
Thanks.
this. And we'll check it. WestTNALZ.org. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate this a lot. We're going back to the main stage, and once again, we welcome the talent of Dave Banks. Dave.
Just a small town Cinderella. Daddy wants you back home by midnight every time we're together. Yeah, that's my dilemma. I need more time with you. I want to watch the sunrise through the pines with you. Night like this, I wouldn't want to miss a moonlight shining on a long slow kiss. You could be the one I could get lucky with. If the boot fits. Oh, diamonds in the sky lighting up those eyes like you're the kind of fire that I can't deny. Gets me high, cross my heart, hope to die. I pick a star, make a wish. Yeah, girl, you can be my all night dancing in the headlights. Fairy tale, good as it gets, if the boot fits. Yeah, baby, we can run away. My carriage is a 4x4, 400-horse Chevrolet. You're like a princess in a blue cotton dress. I could be your prince. Whoa, diamonds in the sky lighting up those eyes like you're the kind of fire that I can't deny. Gets me high, cross my heart, hope to die. I pick a star, make a wish. Yeah, girl, you can be my all night dancing in the headlights. Fairy tale, good as it gets, if the boot fits. Whoa, let me show you how a country boy treats a lady. Go ahead, kick 'em off, 'cause the boot fits, baby. Diamonds in the sky lighting up those eyes like you're the kind of fire that I can't deny. Gets me high, cross my heart, hope to die. Pick a star, make a wish. Yeah, girl, you could be my all night dancing in the headlights. Fairy tale, good as it gets, if the boot fits.
Internet security is a big topic in news today. Our concern, our fear, is that our most sensitive information might become available to others. As your local broadband service provider, JA wants to assure you you can trust us. We have policies in place to protect your privacy. Our goal is to be the most knowledgeable, highly skilled, customer-focused workforce available. Thank you for choosing E+ Broadband and for your trust in the local service we provide right here in Jackson.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson of the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Over my career, I've been asked, what's the most difficult part about being a state trooper? That's easy. The hardest part about being a state trooper is going to someone's house and telling the people there that someone they love is never, ever coming home because of a senseless, preventable traffic crash. In Tennessee, every year, way too many lives are lost by drinking and driving, texting and driving, and not wearing your seatbelt. Please don't make me tell your loved ones that you're not coming home.
With E Plus broadband and Watch TV Everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E Plus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Welcome back to 6 in the City, and Tasha Hart is with us. And if you're going to be traveling over the next 30 days, you may run into her.
You'll probably pass her
She's
on the
going everywhere
interstate.
from Jackson to Vegas, and L.A. and everywhere else in
That's
between.
right.
Wherever they'll have me.
Okay.
East Tennessee to West
So
Tennessee.
you did a pre-launch of this book. It's a new 40-city book tour. We're going to launch it this coming Saturday here in Jackson at the Northside Lions Clubhouse.
That's right.
From 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. But you actually did a pre-launch last week in Indiana?
Mom has to see the book first. She calls it a pre-launch party, but really it was, I need my copy first.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
all right.
it.
All right, so this is Secrets of the 12.
Yes.
All right, so what is this?
Secrets of the 12 is 12 college students that go to UT Chattanooga, and they discover that they are the descendants of the 12 disciples. So they don't know that at first,
Okay.
but they're going to discover that. And there's a whole line of secrets that come out in the process.
Okay. And they all wind up at UT Chattanooga.
Yes, because
How did you pick that?
the descendants, they have to be fishers, so we had to go. You can't be a descendant of the 12 disciples and not be near water
That's
and
true.
boating and
That's true.
fishing.
Okay.
So we had to
Gotta
pick
be
a
near the
place
start.
that was realistic,
Okay, all right. So
easy
there-
to get to the water.
All right, so
what-
UTC. All right,
So
here-
what brought you on to write the book? What gave you the idea? What inspired you?
I was always told that, a deadly combination is somebody that has a college education and a wild imagination. So that's me. The wild imagination, I just really wanted to offer something that fit into that genre that the young adults are reading, like the Harry Potters and the Twilights, but it doesn't necessarily have all that secular in there. I wanted to sneak in some biblical truths with that, but do it in a fun way with fiction.
Okay. The guy who wrote recently the obituary of Who Moved My Cheese and all this other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He said
Who Moved My Cheese?
Yeah,
Yes.
he said the objective in writing, he finally realized, was not writing what you wanted to, it was writing what people will read.
Exactly.
So many people that are
Exactly.
writers, we write the stuff we want to write. He said, and I backed up and said, maybe I want to write something that people actually read. So the objective here is to get this kind of material into the hands and make people have a faith discussion or experience or
The whole
thought.
point of the book, the antagonist in the story is Fear. He's an actual character.
Oh,
and
wow.
he has been assigned to the 12 since the day they were born. And he has specific fears that he's put on them. And they struggle with it. And I wanted to bring that out because what adult doesn't still struggle with fear? But we're told that, we're not afraid of the dark anymore and we don't get scared, but it really holds you back. And you'll see that through the 12. And I wanted to bring some true hard facts about how it feels to be afraid and how that can grip you and hold you back from even things that you're purposed to do in life, and tie in some biblical truths behind that without it being so heavy and deep. So this is a fun way.
So it has quite a bit of things that anybody could relate to.
Anybody can relate to. Yes.
Tasha's with us, and Northside Lions Club, the clubhouse, is where she's going to launch this, and that's coming up Saturday from 11 until 2. She'll be all over the country.
July 29th, Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so then if people could find out about the other signings, you got on Facebook or where?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The next stop will be at Sweetly Ever After in Henderson, and we'll be at Barnfest. So if you miss the signing, we're going to be all over. We'll be in Paris, and you can go to TashaHartLife.com and get all those dates.
Okay, so all the dates will be there. Okay.
And we can purchase a book?
Yes, you can purchase the book at the signing, or
You'll be
you
doing
can,
a reading from this, or?
Yes, I'm going to be talking a little bit. I'll read a little bit from the book, and I don't want to give it all
That's
away.
right.
Okay.
I don't want to give it all away, but we are excited, and the book is going to be really interesting because there's some history behind Chattanooga. I don't know how many people know, but the Chattanooga today actually sits on top of an old Chattanooga that was flooded. So that helps pour out some of the secrets. So there's some real history in there, some Tennessee history because they're from all over, not just the Chattanooga area. And so it's going to be fun. If you're from Tennessee or not, if you are
anywhere close to a Bible, you'll be able to find neat little things tied in there. Because, I mean, you have to have a descendant of Judas.
That's right. That's right.
That's interesting.
Okay, yeah. Now,
that's fun.
when you got through with this, okay, does that end this story, or is there more to come?
This is a trilogy. So you're going to get introduced to the 12 in book 1, but there's 2 more books.
2 more coming.
You know, you got to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Tasha Hart with us. She's launching the book tour this coming Saturday, July 29th, at the Northside Lions Club, the clubhouse here, from 11 until 2. You'll be able to get copies. Secrets of the 12 is the name of the book, and then we'll just take it from there. See
Absolutely.
Where it goes. Okay.
Hopefully, I'll get to see everyone, whether it's here or somewhere in a nearby
How do you
city.
get all these sites set up then? You got contacts all over the place, or you got a publisher
You
helping?
know,
Or?
I have a friend who has been helping me make these phone calls and contacting people, and
fascinating.
some of it is just word of mouth.
Wow.
People
Okay.
can call me if
That's
they want
wonderful.
to add their city to the tour. I'm doing 40 cities because I'm turning 40.
Okay.
Ah, that makes
well, now that
sense.
Mom's read
Yeah.
the book and given her blessing, then we're
That's
here
it.
to go to
It's
where
good
it could go.
on.
It's good to see you again.
It is. It's
Good
good
to
to
see
see
you
you
as
as well. And people
Thank
can
you.
follow
Lovely.
you on Facebook.
Yes, they can follow me on Facebook
Okay.
at Tasha Hart Life.
Tasha Hart Life.
All right, good. It's good to see
It
you.
is.
Continue
You too.
the best.
Good luck
Thank
with
We'll be back
everything.
with more as we continue 6 in the City.
JA Site Pay kiosks are the convenient way to pay your utility bill. These kiosks are featured in the foyer at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and at the drive-thru at Pleasant Plains Extended. Use your account number and follow step-by-step prompts to pay with cash, check, credit, or debit card. Account credit is immediate, and a printed confirmation receipt is provided. Another step in customer service at JEA today.
Ready, set, go for it. It's your adventure. This is your GAC.
Steve Beverly's TV Classics can cure what ails you.
I watched and it got rid of my hemorrhoids.
Staying awake at night? Just watch TV Classics.
My daughter watched and she went right to sleep.
Do not watch Steve Beverly's TV Classics. It bites upsets your stomach. Do not watch if high drama leads to emotional distress. And do not turn on TV6 Saturday or Sunday at 7 if hillbillies give you a gallbladder attack.
Ask your doctor if Steve Beverly's Classics is right for you.
Farmers Market opened downtown Jackson in 1992. And if you go back to where downtown was in 1992 and see where it is today, it's pretty amazing.
Totally
And that
different.
It kind of launched all that. 'cause
Daylight
it's
to dark.
Still the Hayes Fish Market and Nando Jones and all this stuff. And, of course, tornadoes took care of a lot of that. In the midst of all this, of course, we have the lift and the Jackson Walk and everything else. And the man who landed right in the midst of all that is Chris Felder. He's with us. Grubb's Grocery opened 2 years ago, so we celebrate 2 years here.
2 years ago and
Hold
a
that
couple of
microphone
months.
up, y'all.
2 years ago and a couple of months.
Okay. All right. So, well, congratulations.
Thank you, Steve.
Because, you know, there was
Thank
a
you.
question about, you know, well, a health store and all that other stuff. You walk in there and where are the fried potatoes?
Actually, we have those. We have plenty of, it's so funny when people call it a health food store. I just don't think of it that
In that
at all.
way, yeah.
I think it's a natural food store.
Natural
you know,
food
we
store,
we
okay.
have. I don't know
And
how
chicken
many.
should be fried. That's natural.
We have that too. We have pork rinds. We have crackling. We
See,
have.
he's adapted to us.
I'm from Mississippi, so I wanted to,
yeah, you know.
yeah, we wanted to meld some of that into the inventory. But
Well, it's
no,
been a
we
great
have
success.
been a big success, Steve. Thank you, and it's an honor too, because you know the truth is I moved here almost 3 years ago. Didn't know anybody here and didn't really know Jackson that well. I just know that the people at Jackson Walk called us in Nashville to open a store here, and we immediately had a commissioned a study done, a feasibility study to see a couple of things. Would it work at all? And then to see if it would work, what would it look like? You know, what's the square footage? What kind of product offerings do you do? And so we commissioned a company that does only this, natural food stores around the country. It came back favorably. You know, I learned a lot about the area. For instance, Highland right here, 19,000 cars on an average day. That's the traffic count. So there's a huge conglomerate of people in flux here between, you know, but Pinson and jobs all over Jackson, and so a lot of traffic there. And my thought was just capture a small percentage of that, and you're going to be okay.
How has it changed in the 2 years? I know you're doing more lunch stuff now. You added sushi. I mean,
it's changed in so many ways.
You have craft beers.
Yeah. So you come here with your basic offerings that you know you're going to sell, or you think you're going to sell, and so we did that, and then every city's different, so you don't know exactly what to expect, and so you have to adapt. I'll give you an example. We brought in bottled kombucha for people that know what kombucha is. It's a fermented tea. Probiotic. In Nashville, we sold a lot of kombuchas, but I brought in a small line here. Well, they took off immediately. So now we sell, I don't know how many brands of kombuchas, 15, 20 brands of kombuchas.
Is that right?
And then we sell it on draft as well. We sell draft beer, but you can drink in the store, but we also sell kombucha on draft. And it's really popular, but who knew in Jackson, Tennessee?
It's something new, something unique. I just had some for lunch, and it's great.
It's really good.
It is good.
Really good, and it's actually good for you, too.
So what do we have now? You've been here 2 years, 2 months now? And so
that's right, opened mid-June of 2015.
And now, obviously, the population is going to grow. Jackson Walk is just, hitting
very
phase
excited
2
about that.
The area around Jackson Walk is
Well, look,
huge.
every day, and thank you for having us on things like this. Every day, there's an awareness that people come in the store every single day that have never been in the store. Every day. We had a lady in today that had never been in. And it happens without fail, new customers every day. As a matter of fact, I was looking at the numbers, and we average about, on a day now, about 63 to 65 additional people a day over last year, and that's consistent. And that figure is going up as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's really interesting. And then you mentioned Jackson Walk Phase 2, I think is what you were referring to, Steve.
I don't know what they're actually calling it, but
It's Phase 2, and there will be people in those apartments in October of this year, which is crazy.
Year. Wow.
They're just popping those things up. And that's going to be, 200 new residents there. Well, and if it's double residents, 400. So, a lot more population there because the Jackson Walk apartments, there's always a wait list there. The lots, for the most part, are all spoken for, are sold there. They already have contracts on some of the new lots at Phase 2.
Well, Chris, sometimes when I'm in there, it's obvious that people are from outside the city that have found this store.
They do. Well, it's really, I'm honored and flattered that they drive in. We have a lot of people from, believe it or not, from Brownsville and Lexington that come in, and they'll come in on it might be a Friday night. They come with their kids. This is their weekend outing. They come in with their buggies. As a matter of fact, 2 families, she pushes a buggy and he pushes a buggy. They load up and they have ice chests, and we have ice chests that we give customers too, and we fill it full of ice if they need ice chests. And this is their weekend event. They might go out to eat at Rock and Dough or Chandelier and come in and get their groceries at the store because there's not a lot like that around here.
Chris Felder with us in Groves Grocery, 2 years of success. Continued best use. Anything else we need to mention?
Well, one thing I do want to mention, we have an event, we're calling it the Super Summer Sidewalk Sale. This Saturday from 8 to 8. What we've done, stores go through upgrades, every once in a while, and we're going through one now. So we're losing the top 20% of the store. We're putting it on 25% discount. So about a quarter of the store is at 25% discount. We're rolling it out on the sidewalk. We're getting rid of all of it. Lots of new product coming in.
This Saturday,
8 to 8, we'll have live music and grill samples and beer samples, and it'll be a carnival. It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a blast. You don't want to miss it.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. We're going back to the main stage, as we call it. Once again, this is Dave Banks.
Old Chevy beating down an old back road. I bump into some Hank. A Tennessee sun shining down as I watch my hook sink. I got a camo hat on my head, got boots on my feet. I got a 12 gauge by my side on this old bench seat. I'm a redneck, I'm a country boy, I got a 4-wheel drive. I crack cold ones on the weekend, country boys can't survive. I'm a redneck, I'm a redneck. I like 8-point bucks and turkey calls, skull rings on my jeans. I love the USA, I salute them, I'm boys overseas. I'm a redneck, I'm a country boy, got a four-wheel drive. I crack cold ones on the weekends. Country boys can't survive. I'm a redneck. I'm a redneck. I'm a redneck, I'm a country boy, got a four-wheel drive. I crack cold ones on the weekend, country boys can't survive. I'm a redneck, I love NASCAR, and I love country girls. I love a Waffle House and Walmart, man, I love sweet tea. I'm a redneck. I'm a redneck.
Internet security is a big topic in news today. Our concern, our fear, is that our most sensitive information might become available to others. As your local broadband service provider, JA wants to assure you you can trust us. We have policies in place to protect your privacy. Our goal is to be the most knowledgeable, highly skilled, customer-focused workforce available. Thank you for choosing E+ Broadband and for your trust in the local service we provide right here in Jackson.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm Bob. And I'm Bob.
And I'm Cherie with Lifeline Blood Services, and we're here with the Bobs of Bob's House of Honda.
That's right, Cherie. We're concerned for West Tennessee's blood supply, so we're donating a 2017 Ranger 500 to encourage blood donations this summer.
Anyone who gives blood at any blood drive or at the blood center during June or July can register to win this Polaris Ranger 500. Give blood, save lives.
Service is not just what we say, it's what we do. When you choose E+ Broadband for your cable, internet, and telephone services, you can trust us to provide unmatched reliability. From sales to installation, we work hard to bring the services you depend on every day. We're currently upgrading the network to increase our service offerings available to you, so look for us in your neighborhood soon. And thank you for choosing E+ Broadband and for your trust in the local service we provide right here in Jackson.
Welcome back to Six in the City. So Dave Banks, he wrote that song last night.
Just last night.
Just last night.
That's
All
right.
Wrote that. So,
And it's caught on like wildfire.
For y'all already singing in the truck. I'm a redneck, and here we go. All right. We're glad to have Kathy Garner with us. She is the Program Director and Associate Professor of Respiratory Care at Jackson State Community College. And Christy Ward is with us. She's Director of Clinical Education and Instructor for Respiratory Care. They're here because Jackson State is expanding their medical offerings with a respiratory therapy program. It'll be an Associate's in Applied Science degree, right?
That is correct.
Five-semester program. It's going to launch in the spring of 2018, but the deadline is October the 1st. And so they're here to let you know about this exciting addition to this program out there. And you said there's a real demand now increase for respiratory therapists.
There definitely is, not only here in the Jackson area, but all of West Tennessee.
So what's happening, Kathy?
Well, for one thing, we have those of us that are getting close to retirement, are getting ready to retire.
Okay. And there's some people leaving the profession.
And we're going to need to replace those individuals.
Okay.
Plus, there are so many more opportunities for respiratory therapists in the area. Obviously, with our larger hospitals here in Jackson, there's a lot that respiratory therapists can do, but also out in the surrounding communities, there again, we have those individuals that are leaving and new opportunities that even the smaller hospitals
So what is the
struggling.
patient base then for this, or why is it changing or growing?
Well, part of what has been going on is the fact of the baby boomers.
Okay.
We have an
So
increase.
we got this bubble that's going through the
Yes.
population.
Not only are some of those baby boomers getting ready to retire, but there are also the COPD, which is a chronic pulmonary disease population. And as they get older, they have pneumonia and more breathing issues. So there's a bigger patient population. More patients mean we need more professionals that will care for them.
Okay. Same thing with children, asthma, and other things out there, right? All right,
Yes,
so you got all this going on.
definitely.
All right, so this is going to be a 5-semester program. All right. So
Yes,
what is
sir.
the prerequisite to get into this then?
Well, we do require at least a 2.5 grade point average on college level courses.
Is the assumption I've already got college work?
Well, it is a competitive program.
Okay.
We do have a
So if I have, it's an
separate.
advantage.
Mhm.
Okay.
Courses like Human Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, Microbiology, English Comp 1, a college level math course, those are the things that we're looking for. Obviously, respiratory care is a heavy science profession. And so that's the individual that we're looking for, are those that have a really good science and really a technical background as well. People who like to solve problems, we have a patient that comes in or an individual that comes in that's having breathing difficulties. One of the things we do as respiratory therapists is we assess that patient to determine what we can do to help that person breathe better.
All right, so October 1st, the deadline. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What are some of the specialties that the therapists can pursue?
You can work with premature neonatal newborns all the way to the elderly. And some of the interesting things really close to where we are now is the disease management program, which is a part of the LIFT right across the street.
Okay.
So you can help patients to manage their disease to hopefully keep them from having to go into the hospital, which is a very fast-growing part of our profession.
This program will launch 2018 at Jackson State, and the admission deadline is October the 1st. So the application process, I initiate that how?
Well, you can either contact our Allied Health Department or Health Sciences Department, or there is information on our website, and it's jscc.edu/allied, and that would get an individual directly to our Allied Health programs.
Okay. jscc.edu/allied.
Allied,
Okay, and they'll get you started then.
And I do want to mention that August 5th, we are having an open house. And we would like to invite the public to come. Anyone who is interested in coming to college, whether it's those that are coming right out of high school or that individual who thinks they want to come back to school, with the Tennessee Reconnect and that opportunity for people to finish their degree, we are going to have that open house in our Student Center there on our main campus, and that is from 9 to 1.
9 to 1.
No advanced registration, right? Just
No,
show up?
just show
So
up.
I can meet faculty, I can tour the campus, will I have an opportunity to tour the campus? All that
Yes,
type of
we
thing.
be able to talk to financial aid
I
individuals
started
and
asking then, is there
admissions.
financial assistance available for
Yes,
this? Okay.
definitely.
Okay, all right. How many slots will there be in this initial class then?
For the first class, we're only going to accept 12.
12, Wow. okay.
16 will be the most that we can accept. But if we have 12 that come in and we have one more person that comes in, we're going to take that person.
Okay.
We can take
won't turn them
up
down.
to 16.
Up to 16. All right. Well, it's a real career addition at Jackson
Yes.
State. There was a program there before, but it's back in recognition of what's happening with this market. And so it's
Yes.
exciting to see this. And there's some other
it
things that
is.
are happening within the medical program as well. So check into that. Don't catch yourself out.
That's right.
Even when you're my age, you can get back and get started again.
That's true.
That's right.
Sometimes
We
we
don't
have to.
we don't have an age limit.
No age limit, no time limit, no
Sometimes-
disqualification,
that's right.
right? Okay,
That's
very
right.
good. We appreciate it very much. Christy and Kathy, good to see you
So
both.
many good things going on there at Jackson State.
JSCC.edu and the open house, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, August the 5th. There at the Student Center. Start right there, and we'll take it from there. It's good to see you both.
Good to have you,
Appreciate
ladies.
it very
Thank
much.
you.
We'll be back with more as we continue 6 in the City.
Stop and think about your health. Don't smoke. If you do, quit. Eat healthy. Make small changes in your diet that can impact your health. Be more active. Start in small ways and keep going. And know your numbers. Your blood pressure and your cholesterol are important to your health. Friends of Heart asks you be a friend of your own heart.
Jackson 24/7 continues this summer as your source for perspective on people, issues, and key decisions facing our community. Whether it's the economic challenges facing public education, the battle in the streets for local law enforcement, or a bold new leader for higher education, Jackson 24/7 brings you the key questions and answers every day at noon, 4, 6:30, and 9:30 on E+ TV6.
Wolfpack Productions and Budweiser presents a tribute to the Queen, Denise LaSalle, starring Karen Wolf, Sheba Potts Wright. A special performance from the Queen herself, Denise LaSalle, and the one and only Mr. C, Willie Clayton. It all happens Saturday, 7 o'clock p.m., August 5th at the Carl Perkins Civic Center, Jackson, Tennessee. Special guest MC, Mr. Lee from Chicago. Advance floor tickets, $25. Day of the show, $35 floor tickets and $25 balcony tickets. Ticket info, 731-426-3348. And this is a BYOB affair.
Thanks to all of our guests for being with us. It's always exciting to find out what's going on in Jackson, to recognize and be involved with the people that are making that happen. We're in the 12th year of this show, right? Something like that, right? One thing I've noticed, somehow my hair's gotten longer than yours.
I know. Mine keeps getting shorter and shorter.
How did that happen?
My color doesn't change either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's one thing. You cheat.
You can cheat. You have just as
well,
many
I'm thinking
opportunities.
about all this gray. I'm thinking about shaving and start coloring my hair. So if I show up with my hair shorter than yours and it's blonde,
Whoa. Give us a little bit of pre-warning, please.
we'll see how that goes. But I'll look around. You got another. It's very attractive, very cute, and everything else.
It's
somehow in these 10 years, 12 years, my hair has gotten longer than yours. I don't know how that's happened. We got. Well, you saw they had Denise LaSalle is going to be featured in a concert coming up August the 5th here at the Carl Perkins Civic Center, and she's the queen bee in many ways of blues and all that in this city, so it's great to see that happening. Little Boys Blue coming up with the AMP Friday night at 7:30 as the AMP series continues, and those guys have got a new album out, and they've been working on another one, and so they're doing some splendid work, doing a lot of travel, and there'll be an opening act at 6:45 at the AMP. And is that and JA Employee Appreciation at the ballpark? Is that
Yes,
right? Friday
it is.
night?
It is.
Is it Friday
this
night?
weekend.
Or this
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday, and whatever?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Generals are in town for 10 games starting tonight as we do the show on Tuesday. They got Mobile in, and then Tennessee, the Smokies come in. They're ahead of us in our division, Southern League. So get out to the ballpark and enjoy that. So a lot of exciting things going on.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Also coming up is 731 Day, and it is on July 31st. There's a lot of
Now, what about
activities.
this water balloon fight downtown at the AMP?
7,310 water balloons are going to be
From
thrown.
3:30 till 5.
That's right.
So who's going to get in that?
I guess anybody
It
wants
wants
in
to?
it. Yeah,
At
just
the
come on
AMP
down
next
at the
Monday.
AMP. That's right.
And they're going to do
There's going to be a bar
crawl.
crawl. There's going to be
story time.
Story
right?
time. Lots of events going on downtown on Monday the 31st.
All right.
In honor of 731 Day. I think our Jackson Home is going to have a pop-up shop. So you can purchase some of their items. Wear a fabulous 731 T-shirt.
Okay.
Represent.
All right. There you go. So get everything lined
Chunk
up.
of water balloon or two.
I just wonder who's going to be at the.
Are you going to be there?
At
I
the
might
balloon
have to show
fight.
up if you're going to be at the water balloon fight.
I think I'd be too easy a target. I'd be at a disadvantage down there. Some things I don't do, like play dodgeball, because I'm too easy to hit.
Can't really
so
dodge.
We'll see. Dave Banks has been with us. Dave, how did you get started in all this?
Well, my brother actually started playing guitar.
Okay.
And I thought it was real cool, so I'm like, I got to try that.
Try that.
You just followed along.
And so
Yeah,
you
I
got into
started-
it seriously at University of Memphis in the music program there?
No, this happened like 10 years ago for me.
Wow.
Back at home. So
Okay.
I was just it was a hobby, and it turned into this.
Turn to so on the way to a career.
Good thing.
All right, we've been glad to have you.
It
We're
is.
going to let
It's
you
been a
close out
pleasure.
the show. We're
I'm
going
glad to
to
be
close
here.
out the show with Dave Banks. Dave?
See you next week.
Girl, you got me by the heartstrings, knocking me out like a 2-drink sand, pulling me in like a drug, a 3 a.m. tailgate kiss. Long brown hair, snap back on, give me that look, and it's over. She's sliding over next to me, it sets my world on fire. She's like, oh, spinning me around the world like, oh, singing me every single word, tearing down an old 2-lane back road, windows down with the radio on like, oh, she's like an old country song, yeah. She's the type you let her drive your truck, steal your hat, steal your clothes. Take her out for a night on the town to tear up some back roads. Long 10 legs, 4-wheel drive, crank it on up, crack a cold one. Love it all night in a cornfield till the sun comes up. She's like, oh, spinning around the world like, oh, singing me every single word. Tearing down an old two-lane back road, windows down with the radio on like, oh, she's like an old country song.